Hello again, it's me. Back-to-back uploads because I don't know, I'm stuck in a rut, I think. As a lot of people know, I write music, or I try to. I have a degree in audio production. I graduated 2 years ago. I work in live music. Um, and I've been trying to write music, and I made it a goal of mine this year to release something, anything, like a demo. It could be simple, it could be whatever. Um, and I've known this for a while. I'm my own worst critic, so I really struggle um, liking things that I create. And this has been a thing since before I even really started focusing on music. I did digital art for a very long time. I have a video of my sketchbooks from 2017 when I did a lot of um, like drawing. But when it comes to music, I just become a whole different beast to myself. And, I'm kind of just struggling with these thoughts of, like, I'm never gonna make it. Like, it's never gonna work. Even though I kind of, like, there's two truths in my brain. One truth is that it's never gonna work, I'm never gonna make it. And the other truth is that it's destined to work. And I know it. And I don't understand how both of those things can be true at the same time, but I just kind of know that they're both true at the same time. And, I'm kind of quickly realizing that the idea of being a failure is more consuming than actually being a failure, if that makes sense. Like, believing that you're a failure, even if you're not, is more damaging than, actually being a failure and not putting that together. So, I'm in a rut. This is what I tell people all the time. I say, like, yeah, I work in live sound. This is something I've been doing for almost 2 years now. I got hired right out of college. I get complimented on my work all the time. I'm a woman in the industry. You don't see that a lot for sound engineers. Um, a lot of people like me, like I have good PR, like, but I sit at home and I'm like, fuck, I can't make anything. Like, there's nothing I make that I like. And then I like try and go into different programs and I'm trying to like do all the production stuff that I did in school and I'm like, nothing is making sense anymore. Like, I just want to punch myself in the face and cry. So I tell people, I've been doing this, I've been doing this, I've been doing this. I play guitar. I have two acoustic, one electric. I have a bass. I play bass. I play piano. I used to play cello. I used to play flute. I used to play oboe. Like, I have this whole knowledge base of instruments and how to play things and like what I like hearing and like all these sounds that I like. But it's almost like I've attained all of this knowledge and I have so many preferences now that I don't allow myself to experiment. And I know that that's what I want to do. I know I want to experiment, but I just don't have, like, I don't have the energy or like the perseverance to get through all like the technicality, like, technical production stuff. So, like, because if any of you are unfamiliar with production, it takes place on a program, and you kind of have to know all the nitty gritty, like routing stuff and how to set things up and whatever. And like, I know how to do it. It's just like so frustrating to have to deal with. So, and I've tried to like do workarounds of like, I'm just gonna try like recording on my phone, whatever, whenever I get inspired. But then I listen back to it and I'm like, this is shit. Like the audio, like the quality is shit. I could never recreate this, blah, blah, blah. So I've dug myself in this hole where I have so many ideas, like so many ideas in my head. But putting it into practice, I just can't make it sound good. And it makes me feel like such a fucking flop. Because that's what I went to school for. That's what I work. That's what I do. Like, that is my work. And it's like, I'm just so frustrated. And I also have this thing where it's like, I've been playing guitar for maybe 7 years, since I was 13 or 14. And I was self-taught. I never took lessons. I just kind of did it. And I like learned all the chords and I did all the stuff, whatever. But I kind of hit like the self-taught wall where I can't really get over the hump of learning something new, or like learning something new takes so much more brain power than I remember it taking when I started. And that could just be a product of me getting older. But I just feel like I don't have a strong mental anymore. Like I just don't persevere like I used to. Like I feel old as hell. So, and like I love the guitar. I love it in a lot of songs, but I also fucking hate the thing. It pisses me off. It's like something about it just hits my ears wrong. But also I have guitars that are acoustic and kind of shitty. Because one was an Amazon purchase and the other one I got for $30 at Goodwill. Which is endearing, but, God, I fucking hate them. And I just can't make anything. And it's like, I have a lot of songs. I've written a lot of music, especially when I was like 17. Like, and I have them all recorded on my phone. Like, I have all the, like, really rough demos. But I just can't, like, I hate those songs now, like, they just don't apply to me anymore. And I have this one that whenever I'm tuning my guitar again, or I'm retuning, or I, like, had tuned it to a different tuning, and I want to revert it, there's this guitar lick that I taught myself. It's part of a song that I wrote. And I know how it sounds because I played it so much when I wrote it. That's like how I test the tuning. So like if it sounds off, I know what string is wrong. But that song like is so, it's like too emotional for me. And it's like too personal for me to like really dig into and produce fully. But I'm also worried that if I don't produce something as personal as that I'm never going to. Like, I kind of just need to plunge into the deep end and see what happens. But I'm also so fucking scared. And the thing is, I know I need to do it scared, and I tell myself this all the time, like, I just need to do it scared. But, like, when you're really, like, when you're really, like, having to do it, it gets really real. I hope at the end of this year I can, you know, put something on here where it's like my music, something I produce, something I'm proud of. I hope I can get there. But I'm having a lot of doubts because it's March already and I'm not. I wrote a song this year and I don't even really like it. So, I don't know. I had a teacher in high school who, one of the best pieces of advice he gave me was to write something and don't judge it until you go back and edit it. You just have to get it out first. And I try and remember that a lot, but it's very difficult when you care so much about what you're writing. And it's very personal what you're writing. Because he was a fiction writer. I'm very much not. I write about things that are very personal to me, that I don't usually feel very comfortable sharing. And it's like, and sound is also just a different thing, like sound design. It's a whole beast. And I also feel this pressure that since I went to college that whatever I produce needs to be top notch. And if it's not, like, I spent however much school cost. Like, I spent that much money to not really do anything with it. It's this whole ingrained, like, guilt and, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to unravel it. It's like, I grew up, like, well, okay, I'll say this. There is this theory in psychology by the psychologist Erik Erikson, and he had the of 8 stages of life or something. And there's like autonomy versus shame and doubt, I think is the second one or third. It's when you're a little kid and you're like trying to do things by yourself for the first time, and you're either taught by the people around you that like, yeah, you should be doing these things, or people are like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. I think I flopped that stage. Like, I think I failed. Because I have a lot of vivid memories of people in my life having a very specific image of me and like telling me that like I fit in this specific box for a lot of people. Like I am quiet, I am well behaved, I am creative, I am smart. Which those are pretty good things, I guess. But I don't I'm a I'm an ever evolving person. I'm very much like I'm never quite the same person at any point in time. That goes for everybody. But I think people, at least it's felt for me that people have put me in a box for so long that it's like difficult to break out of it. And a lot of like, and this goes back to me having BPD too and like an unstable sense of self, is that people will say that I'm a thing. Like, you are quiet, which I'm not really quiet anymore. I'm whatever. People will say things about me, and I'll be like, the fuck, is that true? Like, is that really me? And it makes me spiral on like, what even really am I? If people are saying this about me, it must be true, you know. So, this is to say, I have a vivid memory of when I was maybe 12. My mom had gone back to college. She was getting her master's in psychology, funnily enough. And I remember I was in the car with her and we were driving home from her college. And I turned to her, I was like, I think I want to do music when I grow up. Like, I think I want to sing songs on a stage. And she looked at me and she was like, I don't think you could really do that. You have social anxiety. That would be really hard. I think you would be better doing something else. And, ugh, it broke my heart. Truly. And I don't know if I fully recovered from hearing something like that. And it kind of like really, sorry, it really hammered in the fact that, at least for me, like whatever people see me as is what I am. So it made it really hard to deviate from how people saw me. And it's why I care so much about like what people's first impression of me is, like how people see me, all this stuff. And I try now to like really just like hone into what I want to do and what I think is me, but it's really hard with the whole BPD thing. But you know, it's stuff like that that kind of replays in my head whenever I'm making music or doing something creative with sound or anything like that. Constant replay of people not seeing me as the person that I want to be is the issue. And this is the thing. When I was in college, I took a voice lab class where I sang on a stage in front of the class, which was very small. It was probably 10 people total, including the teacher. And I remember in that group, my teacher loved me so much and thought my voice was so good that she invited me to a vocal, like a vocal performance day where there would be like a bigger audience and you would sing and there'd be, you know, you just do a vocal thing. And I think I was 18. I had blue-green hair. I loved music. I was super psyched to be doing it. I decided to sing Motion Sickness by Phoebe Bridgers because that's where my register was at the time. It's lowered since then. But I was super psyched. I invited my parents. I invited my little sister. I think my grandparents were there too. And I did it. I got on stage, I sang, and it was really good. And people really liked it. And I had teachers come up to me later who were there who were like, "You have a really good singing voice." And I was like, "Thank you." Like, it was the first time people had heard me sing and, like, were complimenting me for it. And this is so stupid, I saw a tweet the other day that was like, when people tell you you're good at something, it's not luck. It's talent. And you should, like, lean into that. I forget the exact wording, but it was something like that. So I have these two, like, competing ideas in my brain. And it's like, somehow I can believe that I'm destined to do this, and I'm destined to fail at the same time. But I cannot believe that I'm really good at a thing, and that everybody, like, no one sees me as that person. You know what I mean? I can believe two completely different truths, but I cannot believe that two other truths can coexist. So, you know, my brain is a messed up place. And I am struggling to figure out what to do, I guess. So, and it's also a matter of, well, I don't really sing in front of people a lot. That was like the one and only time I really, like, you know, got up on a stage and showed off my voice. And I guess my grandma is like my biggest fan now when talking about, you know, vocals. I remember she said something kind of mean, but it was like my family, we have family parties at my house a lot, and everybody was there, and my grandma was there specifically, and my sister does vocal performances. She's in like a show choir, where she, like, it's a lot of physical movement on top of singing, so it's a completely different discipline. But she sings too, and she's a great singer. But my grandma, I remember we were talking about, I forget what, but my grandma turned to her and was like, "You're a performer?" And then pointed at me and was like, "She's an artist." And I was like, I wouldn't want to hear that. So I felt bad about that. But it's like, people, like, at least she sees me as an artist. But it's like, why does that even matter what people see me as? I've cared like so little about how people perceive me, but at the same time I care so much. It's like kind of ridiculous. But I don't know. It's also difficult dealing with, because my sister wants to do music too. It's difficult because I care a lot about my individuality. That's both a strength and a flaw, where it really, 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 really matters to me that I'm on my own wavelength and that no one touches my swag, you know? Like, no one gets in my way, like, I'm doing my own thing. It's really important that I do my own thing and no one else does. I don't know why, it just always has been. So, I mean, this is a deeper topic, but I'll brush on it. Having someone so close to me also want to do something that is in the realm of what I do or what I want to do triggers a lot of insecurity and a lot of envy over the recognition that she gets for something that I also do and that I thought was special to me. Which I know is like a tale as old as time, but it kind of hurts, especially because it's a person so close to me, and I feel a lot of guilt because of that too. Even though, like I said before, it's a completely different discipline, but it's hard for me to, like, BPD, man, just emotional flip-flopping all the time. So, anyway, all of this is to say, I am kind of back in a place where, like, I'm 13 again. I don't feel great about my art. I don't really want anyone to see it, but I want someone to see me, you know? Like, I want to be somewhat recognized that I'm kind of good at something, or that I'm getting a start on something, you know? Because I drew before I made music for a very long time, and I was always told growing up, like, I'm this sort of, like, artist prodigy, whatever. I wasn't even that great. Like, I was pretty good for my age, but I wasn't, like, a, I wasn't big. So it's hard going from, that much recognition for what I thought was bad into, like, I'm not really, kind of invisible again. And I kind of grew up with that feeling of, like, yeah, I'm kind of invisible, but, like, at least when I was younger, I was happy about it. Now it feels like there's so much backing to what I do that I have to be good. And because of that, I just kind of feel frozen. Where, like, I don't want to do something that people think is bad. So, I'm in a rut, for sure. That's kind of about it. Back-to-back upload because I got a lot on my mind recently. Thank you for listening. This channel is slowly turning into, like, some, like, videos I should really just write in my diary instead of put on the internet, but, whatever. If I'm more vulnerable on the internet, I think it'll be easier to write music, because at least the stories will be familiar. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. It is hot as hell in this room. I need to drink water and eat another cough drop because my throat hurts, and eat vitamin C because I forgot to take a supplement today. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Love you. Have a good rest of your day. Not sure when I'll see you again. Maybe a couple months from now. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Fuck it. Who knows? Yeah, okay. Love you, bye.